G'day, it's John, Swinger Guy, author of The Art of Epic Sex, founder of Magnificent World, and your expert and guide to all fucking things. You picked a really awesome video to click on. Well done. This one's called Curing Perfectionism, and I'm going to give you 3 quick tips on how to get perfectionism out of your life and to save you from guaranteed failure. That's what perfectionism does to people, in that it freezes them and paralyzes them, and it gets them to not start anything. And the minute you stop starting is the minute you guarantee that you're going to fail. How can anything succeed if it hasn't begun? And that's what we need to do, is begin, start, have a go. That is tip number 1. Because again, perfectionism is robbing you of health. We are beings of accomplishment. We actually are hardwired to receive dopamine as a reward in our brain every time we tick something off our list, whether it's a little thing or a big thing. So that's tip number 2, is make a doing list. Not a to-do list, make a doing list. Something that means that it's already in motion. You're already on your way. It's already a job begun is a job half done. And that's what we call a doing list. And put making this list as number 1 thing, and then cross that off and get your little dopamine reward, and then say, straighten the paper, get a cup of coffee, take a shower, go to the toilet, get dressed, and tick all those things off as you accomplish them. And the mere thought of ticking things off my list is making me smile. I don't know if it's coming through on the video or not, but that's tip number 2, is set up a doing list. Tip number 1 is start. Just do it. Just have a go. Because again, you're never going to be perfect in the long term. No matter how awesome it is today, think about it. Within a few short years or less, you're going to be looking back on what you did today and go, I could do that better now. I'm better. I've improved. I've gotten better. I'm more skilled, whatever it is. And you're going to look back on what you did today and go, I can do better. Just like a Ferrari. Ferrari's an awesome machine, and they are amazing, and people love them, and blah, blah, blah. But 70 years ago, when they first started making them, the same things were true about them then. But if they were still making that same car today, I doubt they'd be in business, because people would be like, hey, you got to raise your game, you got to keep improving. But just because it's not going to be perfect long term doesn't mean you should not start, and appreciate that no matter how good it is, it's never going to be as good as it could be down the track. So let yourself off that hook of perfectionism and stop buying into the myth. So tip number 3 is close enough is good enough. My aunt had an expression, a favorite aunt of mine, close enough for government work. And the way she shared the story was when a bombing campaign that the Pentagon was saying was still a success, in spite of taking out hospitals and schools and embassies as well, because the primary target had been achieved. So, hey, that's close enough for government work. And these are the people that are in charge, and they're allowed this big margin of error. So again, if you can embody the same sort of standard, if you will, which is, hey, this is good enough for now. I can always improve it, and if there's time and it's necessary, I will improve it. But if it's not necessary, then I'll continue creating a body of work that creates value, that improves my world, that again makes me feel better, makes me live longer, because I'm getting these dopamine releases, and makes me happier, and therefore more fun to be around as well. So I really hope you got some benefit from this video. I'm working against the weather here, and against the idea that it needs to be perfect in my own life. So thanks for tuning in. Please like it, leave me a comment, share it. Subscribe to my channel, visit me at swingerguy.com, and remember, it's not all fucking, but it's all fucking good. So thanks for tuning in. I will see you next time. Now I hope you go get fucked. Sexy people have more sex. Go to swingerguy.com and download the 7 Secrets of Sexual Alchemy and get more often.